wanted to make a video about some of my favorite boards that I own, that I've ridden over the years. Different brands, different sizes, different directional types, all different stuff. So let's start out with this board right here. This is my Pt1 2018, 19, I don't remember, 162. This board with Pt1, you have 3BT technology, which is a flat spot right in the middle, and then the contact towards the contact points, it's like a spoon shape. You can see it. It's like it's 3D. This is great for edge-to-edge transfers. It's so much easier going back and forth. Not that it needs to be easier for you people that can't ride. No, it's just easier. It's just for in general, smooth in general and faster, and that's good for people that like, you know, to ride fast, like to ride hard. You know, a skier goes in front of you and you need to freaking switch up real quick and do a hard heel side carve or a hard toe side carve to not, you know, blow them out into the water. Just that's what 3BT comes in handy for, stuff like that. 3BT also is ultimate. If you have not ridden a battalion board with 3BT, more so not the park boards, more so like the Jams, the Stallions, the Thunders, the whatevers, the Thunderbolts, the Pt1, just any board that has a more pronounced 3BT profile, because they come in different ones. There's the POW 3BT, there's the Freestyle 3BT, there's the Freeride 3BT, all different types. Do your research if you want to know more, all on Battalion's website. But if you have never ridden a Battalion board in powder, you're missing out. You're really missing out. You're missing out on something that it's hard to describe in a video. If you've ridden a few boards, at least like 3 or 4 boards in powder, that were actually boards dedicated for powder, not just I picked up 4 rando boards, I have no idea what they're for, or I rode 3 park boards in the powder and they all kind of were sucky. I don't want to hear any of that. If you know boards and you have a directional powder board and you haven't ridden a Battalion in the powder, you're really missing out. That is a feeling that is hard to replicate. The only one I think that it replicates it is a few Lobster boards, and Jones now with their Spoon Tech, and then Burton is coming out with their Burton 3D boards, which I'm going to talk about here on one of them that I own. This board, you can do whatever you want on it. Groomers, technical trees, powder, anything. But this board, this Battalion 1 specific, will handle it. This is probably my favorite board in my quiver. This board I picked up, fortunately, beginning of this season from an individual in Denver, Colorado. Thanks, dude, whoever you were. I forgot his name. I'm pretty sure his dad gave him this board or something, and he had no idea what he had. He was trying to use it as a park board because you could see directional scratches going this way and on the bottom this way from hitting the park. He just had no idea what he had. He gave me this board for $120. This board originally, when it came out, I believe it was like $800 something plus dollars. You look at any of Jones boards, the Ultra series, go on eBay right now, type in Jones Ultra Flagship or the Ultra Aviators, or you look into the Ultra Mind Expanders, all that series, the Carbon series, the Carbon Flagships, all that. That's where this board stands in. This board was one of the first boards. I don't know if it was the first board to integrate where this is actually cut out right here. This is not wood right here. You'll see it on a lot of skis. If you're around skiers and stuff on the resorts, you'll see their skis are more clear. You can, I don't know if you can see this on the video, but you can see my hand through that. That's milled out, and it's milled out at the tail as well. Actually, it might be milled out at the tail, I'm not really sure. And they just have the base on there, and that's why you can't see it. But that was one of the first boards to do this. That's great for just being able to swing the board around easier, less swing rate when you're doing rotations and stuff like that. It makes the board overall lighter. And this board has a centered 9900 base, probably one of the fastest bases, if not the fastest bases you can get. This has a super hardcore amount of camber. That's the bend in the board. And they also beveled up these contact points just slightly on each contact point, because it has so much camber that they felt like they had to take away just a little bit of that grip because it was so hardcore. This board is one of my favorite boards because it's kind of on the narrow side out of all my boards in my quiver. So that's great for really bumpy, hard-packed snow. Snow that's kind of icy that day, firm. You're going to kind of only be riding groomers and stuff like that, but it's super hard. Bulletproof stuff. That's when I take this board out. This is my grooming, fast as fuck, ultra stiff, full carbon top sheet. I mean, this board has the works on it, and this is a 2015 that I got for $120. So a lot of my boards I get used, or I search for deals on eBay. I search for stuff that people just don't really know what they have, and they get rid of it at dumb prices. I mean, this board, 120 bucks. This is a superior board. I will put this board up against maybe like 85% and 90% of y'all's quivers that are watching this, thinking that you have amazing boards. I'm telling you, look up boards, look up their tech, look up their specs, compare everything, and you will find stuff that's like 4, 5 years old, older than that, that is still superior tech. Great boards. Don't sleep on older boards just because they're 2015, 2016. Tech at that time was still amazing, and this board I will put up to any board. You want to race me, contact me. I will race you and smoke the shit out of you on this board. Love this board. This board is what totally opened up my eyes to Jones. A few Jones boards that I'm looking for maybe later down the road is the Aviator 2.0 and a Jones Mind Expander. In another world, if I didn't have amazing surfer, the Battalion surfer I already have, as far as like a swallowtail, not the Lone Wolf, the Storm Wolf. The Storm Wolf would be a cool board to own one day. Let me see, how much time do I got? Ooh, we're at 7 minutes. So let's just try to get into this board right now, and then maybe I'll make a 2-part video of this. This is the Burton 3D Double Dog. I picked this up this season. I've only had this on groomers so far. It's more of a dedicated all mountain board. The 3D shape on this is more of like it's like skinnier. The ultra beveled point is more skinnier in the middle, and then this goes into the contact points. This does not have, it has like, looks like it has mild like raised at the contact point like Battalion with their sidekick technology, but it's not as pronounced. And you can feel that. There's also like integrated channels right here and right here. It's actually pressed in, and while this is more convex, it's hard to see, but that's supposed to channel and funnel the snow through that on powder days. And I haven't got this in powder yet. I'm crossing my fingers for a good 8, 9, 10 inch day to get this in. Same with the tail. The tail is super sick. This cutout right here will kind of cause you to sink a little bit easier with these little Batman cutouts right here. But also, I don't know, it's hard to see. I don't want to knock anything over. But in this tail, this is like almost, this is like this, all right? This is like almost like a boat fin or something. Like it's a fish tail almost. And this goes over, and then this is like, you know, like this and like this right here, and then it sinks in. This board just, I don't know, dude. I've never ridden in a powder. I'm crossing my fingers to get it, but I think it's gonna be amazing. I don't know, but I think it's gonna be amazing. This thing is super stiff, carbon built into it. The Burton's WFO base, wide fucking open base, centered, super fast. This board is an all-mountain general board. It's meant for Pt1 with that whole 3B technology, but the coolest thing about this board is this board will carve your face off. If not, it might even be a tiny bit better than my Ultra Aviator, because it's just, I don't know what it is, dude. I think it's the stability. This is a 164. I ride huge boards, and that's for a reason. This board will carve your face off. I don't know if I have another board in my crib. If I had to pick one for carving, just pure carving, it's this one. The taper, it has, I don't know how much taper it has because I didn't look up any of my specs. Do your research. Burton 3D Double Dog. I don't really like the channel system. This is my first Burton. Not a big fan so far, but I've overcome the issues with it. Hopefully I have enough time and this is still going. Burton 3D Double Dog, awesome, awesome, awesome board.